Excuse me?
Okay, thanks for coming today. For you that don't, and most people here don't know me and have just met me, and a lot of you I've just met. I'll never remember your names, but I will remember that you were here today, and that's what's important. I'll give you a little history on myself. Last year, I did go out on the campaign trail in 4 states for Hillary Clinton. But while I was out in those 4 states, I was investigating Obama and knew there was no way that I could ever get behind that guy's liberal beliefs or his spending spree. I saw the disaster that was awaiting us if he was elected our president. And in August, after going to Denver to protest, I did turn around and support John McCain and Sarah Palin. And in doing all of that, I realized that I'm not really a liberal, that somewhere along the line in the last almost 50 years, I've become a real conservative. And well, yeah. And another thing, I did serve our country for 13 years in the United States Navy. I'm now 100% disabled veteran and considered retired from the military. So my days are can be boring at times. So I decided I would start a political website. And it's got kind of a curious and funny name. It's called Misplaced Democrat. And I cannot take credit for the name. My daughter actually came up with the name because of the twist. And but other things happened. And I drove to Overland Park last week for their tea party. And I said to myself, Overland Park can do this, why can't Wichita do this? And I decided we needed to thank Senator Brownback and Representative T. Hart for supporting the will of the people and not going against the will of the people. And yeah, I also was trying to look for some more really great words to say this morning, and I have a few written down, and I'm going to say them, and they might sound a little funny. But if you all haven't figured, I usually park my car in Harvard Yard, except that I now live in the middle of the country. 2 years ago, after a 14-year absence, I returned home to Massachusetts. I planned on staying a month, but I only stayed a week and a half. Well, things changed. My uncle had passed away, so I really ended up going home for a funeral. But I did stay a few extra days, and I drove to Concord, Massachusetts. And I walked across the bridge that day, and I have a very fertile imagination. And I thought when I walked across that bridge, I'd hear the shot heard round the world. I didn't hear that shot today, but looking at all you people, I'm hearing that. I didn't hear the shot that day, but looking at all you people here today in this cold and protesting that stimulus bill, the mortgage bailout, and now the omnibus bill that has 9,000 earmarks in it. I am now, 2 years later, hearing that shot heard round the world, and it's coming from Wichita, Kansas. Hey, we can't leave Garden City out of it. And we have someone from Butler County, and of course I'm from Garden Plain. So we're from all around, and that was the point, was to get everyone together and let our voices be heard with everybody else that is doing this nationally today, and that includes 40 cities. The next nearest one today, well, we've got St. Louis, we've got Oklahoma City, we have Tulsa, and the best one, New York City, Washington, D.C., and you guys will want to go check out Michelle Malkin's blog because she is covering the Washington, D.C. protest. So we are reaching, if not actually holding each other's hands, but reaching across the United States. And I thank you all for coming and making my dream of that shot heard round the country come true.